Okay, good morning from Orvieto. I'm sitting on Brielle and Eva's balcony right now because they're the only ones that have a balcony. It's so cute. Anyway, it's really foggy right now, but it's really pretty. And we're gonna do basically a tour of some of the town today and some of the caves. Orvieto was built on caves. Basically they would go in and they would carve out rocks. There's a specific type of rock that the catacombs were also carved out of. It's kind of like the bedrock, or like the base layer almost of Italy. A lot of places in Italy. Hey Eva, good morning.
Good morning. Whoa.
I know. Anyway, and so these caves, they would take chunks out and then they would use them to build houses. Like they would carve out like houses out of these chunks, but then they would leave all of these divots underground, and these are all the caves. So there's like literally over 1,000 caves in Orvieto, but they're used for storage, they're used for whatever. Orvieto was built on caves, like that's their culture. It's a cave town. So anyway, that's how they live. That's like kind of one of their biggest resources in a way. So we're gonna go do a tour of that today. We're also having a cave dinner tonight. Don't know what that means yet, but I think it'll be fun. And then the last thing we are touring is Gordon College has a study abroad program here. They have like a partnership somewhere in here. So we are going to tour that as well, because that's a Taylor opportunity for future years. So anyway, good morning from Orvieto.
Okay, so I'm doing a voiceover again today because there's more to explain than there is to see, in a way. So we started off the day walking to our cave tour. So like I said, Orvieto is built on caves. Also, this huge chapel we toured later, this cathedral, it's very Gothic style, but it literally just came out of absolute nowhere. So we'll come back to that because we did that later in the day. But like I said, we're on our way to the caves. I'm gonna see if I can insert some pictures potentially, but you weren't allowed to take videos, just pictures. Kind of weird, but anyway, so there were all of these caves under Orvieto. There's actually a map of them. I think they're in the thousands. I think it's like 1,200, but there's maps of them. So this is us on the way down, and it wasn't super extensive. The tour wasn't super long. It kind of random. You definitely could get lost in there. Some of them were pretty deep. You had to go down these really, really narrow steps to get there. I think this is one of the only videos that I snagged before we weren't allowed to. This is us coming back up out of the caves, which is so cool. And then this was us touring Gordon College and their kind of like institute here. So basically they have this old convent that they are living in, and they kind of do classes in. It's an art and humanities class that they mainly go through, but you study there for a whole semester and you get a bunch of like art and humanities credits, and it's just a lot of communal living. It's a lot of Benedict's rules that they're kind of based on. Very interesting. Then we went through this cathedral, which is stripy on the inside. Very interesting. Very different than the other styles of cathedrals that we saw, especially in Rome. Still beautiful, still stunning, still incredible, but definitely a different style. You can tell. Orvieto was an Etruscan town, so the Etruscans were the ones that built it literally before Christ. Like some of these caves existed in some of these places. But this particular cathedral is an Etruscan cathedral, so this is kind of the style of the day. And then all of these paintings, they told a story, which was really cool. This particular room, I think it was this one, told the story of the end times on the walls. So one of these pictures, actually that one right there, has a picture of what's supposedly the Antichrist in it, which is kind of interesting. And kind of the rest of the end times. So you see judgment, you see people being raised from the dead, you see people going to hell and people going to heaven. Just super interesting. But anyway, and then after that we did our own thing.
Okay, we are on our way to get coffee.
Hey.
Is this going on the YouTube channel?
This is going on the YouTube channel, and we just can't find the coffee shop because the people that we were following, we lost them,
They left us.
and now we're lost. Yes, you're right, they left us. So anyway,
You're literally on the main street of town.
so now we're on an adventure to find a macchiato. What do you want? What are you getting?
Cappuccino.
And a cappuccino, and
Drink coffee, I don't know.
and Kieran's just here for the ride, I guess. And
Whatever they tell me to do.
yeah, but we just came back from a giant cathedral church, which I'm sure there will be videos of somewhere in this video, and that's where we're at.
That's cute.
Okay, where are we going? We're going to a cave dinner. Oh, hello. And it's underground. It's in a cave. We're very excited. We don't know what's going to be served.
Intrigued.
We are intrigued.
Will there be a WC? That's the question.
Will there be a WC? We'll see. So it'll be great. It'll be super fun. But when we get there, hopefully we can take videos because we weren't allowed to in the last cave. But I'm going to sneak some.
One shot, you might miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes.